It's 3 years to the day since Tamil refugees Priya and Nadez and their two Australian-born girls, Kapika and Tanika, were forcibly removed from their home in Biloela. Since August 2019, when an 11th hour court decision stalled government efforts to deport them, the family's isolation has only increased, kept under 24-hour guard on Christmas Island.
I worried is 3 years in the detention. My girls is mentally upset. No joined in the playing other kids. No, very lonely. Girls' mind is lost sometime. No happy.
This morning, as the sun rose over Biloela, friends and residents gathered by candlelight to remind the world that the family is sorely missed. Tonight, as a petition to bring Priya, Nadez and the girls home approaches 400,000 signatures, more vigils are taking place across the country, including on Christmas Island. Aussie screen icon Michael Caton, whose ties with Biloela run deep, joining the outpouring of support.
I keep on thinking of the little girls stuck there on their own. They're walked by a guard to school every day. They are part of the community. What are they doing stuck on Christmas Island? The only 4 people being held there.
This year, the government has released more than 60 Medivac refugees from hotel detention, citing the cost to taxpayers as the main reason.
It's cheaper for people to be in the community than it is to be at a hotel or for us to be paying for them to be in detention.
But keeping this family of 4 locked up has so far racked up at least $6 million in operational and legal costs. Something that could have been stopped with a pen stroke by any of the 4 immigration ministers we've had since the family were detained.
The government's policy is clear. No one who attempts illegal maritime travel to Australia will be settled here. At no time has any member of the family been found to be owed protection. The department is committed to ensuring the health and well-being of all children and all detainees while in their care.
Why the reluctance of the government to just lose face for a minute and do the right thing? And all it needs is for Peter Dutton, as minister, to use his ministerial authority and bring that family back.
It's very hard in the detention. I like in the girls in the safe life, in the freedom.
This is a story that's really close to all of our hearts, and I just want to lay out a few facts and try and be as calm as I can saying this. I spoke with journalist Rebecca Holt during the week, and she showed me some footage of talking to the family, and she told me that Priya's visa had lapsed by 1 day when they were detained. And if we were to detain all of the people whose visas had lapsed by 1 day, we would not have enough beds in detention and we would not have enough guards. That's how many people there are in this country whose visas have lapsed by 1 day. The other thing that really upsets me is that when speaking to Rebecca, she heard from Nadez that Australian Border Force have said to them that they are safer in detention than they are in the community. No. And the thing that infuriates me about that is that the Biloela community have been campaigning to get them back for 3 years now.
Let's just call this what it is. This is using humans and young children as a form of reverse bait on their policy when it comes to Sri Lanka and what they perceive as an issue of boat arrivals that might flow. That is unacceptable. Governments and ministers, including the Home Affairs Minister, including the Immigration Ministers, they make exceptions all the time for various things in government, often for themselves when it comes to various rules and entitlements. They also want, at the moment, let's be clear about this, the rule of law to be followed, and they want natural justice and decency from the media. Well, governments that show a little bit of decency have more chance of receiving a bit of decency.
And on the same day that Peter Dutton said that there were no children left in detention, on June in 2019, a cake was banned from going to the family for one of the girls' birthdays.
Because children were in detention.
Yes, children were in detention, and they still are, and it's disgusting.
From expert opinions to in-depth analysis and reporting, the Project YouTube brings you the biggest stories from Australia and around the globe. Hit the subscribe button now for news delivered straight to your feed.